I'm very excited to talk to you today because what I'm about to share with you is something that completely changed my life, and I believe it can change yours too. Today, I want to talk to you about 5 things you must do to stop wasting your time, because time is the most precious resource you have, far more valuable than money, fame, or even talent. And once it is gone, it can never be recovered. I have learned this lesson in the most challenging ways, from the failures I experienced before Alibaba to the countless mistakes I made in my youth, sitting in small rooms, failing, being rejected, and watching opportunities slip away from people around me who didn't realize the value of every single moment. The first thing you must do is to stop making excuses for not taking action. I have met so many talented, intelligent, and capable people who waste their lives saying, I don't have the money, I don't have experience, the timing isn't right, or I need more preparation. And every excuse they make steals another day of their life, another opportunity to grow, and another chance to achieve something meaningful. I remember when I first imagined Alibaba. I had no office, no money, no employees, and very few people who believed in me. Many laughed at my idea, saying that the internet would never succeed in China. Yet instead of making excuses, I acted. I started the company from a tiny apartment with just a few computers and a small team of believers who had no salary but had faith in the mission. I went out every day meeting businesses, explaining the concept of e-commerce to people who had never even used email, and I realized that excuses are the silent killers of ambition. Action, no matter how imperfect, is the engine that drives results. From this lesson, I learned that if you want to stop wasting your time, you must immediately take responsibility for your actions and stop waiting for perfect conditions, because the world rewards those who act, not those who wait. This principle alone changed the course of my life forever. Every excuse you make is a vote against your future. Every time you say, I'm not ready yet, or the conditions aren't right, you're choosing comfort over growth. The truth is that perfect conditions never arrive. Successful people act despite imperfect conditions, learn from their mistakes, and adjust along the way. If you wait until everything is perfect, you will wait your entire life and achieve nothing. The second thing you must do is to learn to focus on what truly matters instead of chasing every shiny opportunity. Most people waste their lives running after distractions that seem urgent but are ultimately meaningless, like constantly checking social media, trying to impress others with temporary status, or splitting their attention across countless projects without a clear direction. And at the end of each day, they feel exhausted, overwhelmed, and yet have nothing substantial to show for their effort. When I started Alibaba, I was faced with hundreds of ideas, from online marketplaces to payment systems, logistics networks, and even media ventures. I realized early on that if I wanted to succeed, I could not do everything. I could not chase every bright opportunity that came my way. Instead, I had to focus relentlessly on building a marketplace for small businesses first. By dedicating all our time, energy, and resources to that single mission, we grew stronger, faster, and more impactful than if I had spread myself too thin. For example, we resisted the temptation to create flashy apps or expand internationally too soon, even though investors pushed for it, because we knew that focus was the key to mastering the foundation. This lesson applies to everyone. Identify the one activity that moves your life forward the most. Focus intensely on it and say no to everything else that does not align with your highest priorities. Your time is limited, and every yes to something unimportant is automatically a no to something that could transform your life. Learn to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important, because most urgent things are not important, and most important things are rarely urgent. The third thing you must do is to surround yourself with the right people, because your time is wasted when you are with negative, lazy, or toxic individuals who drain your energy instead of lifting you up. In my early days, I tried to recruit friends to join my vision, but many laughed, many refused, and many simply could not commit. I wasted months trying to convince them, and during that time, I could have been building something far more productive. Eventually, I learned that the people you spend your hours with determine how you spend your life. When I finally surrounded myself with those who shared my passion, who were willing to work long hours without salary, and who believed in the impossible, every minute of my day became more valuable, more energetic, and more impactful. Together, we created breakthroughs that I could never have achieved alone. I realized that time wasted with the wrong people is time that can never be recovered, while every moment spent with those who inspire, challenge, and support you compounds into life-changing success. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they pushing you to be better? Are they taking action on their dreams? Are they learning and growing? Or are they complaining, making excuses, and staying stuck in the same place year after year? Your environment shapes your destiny more than you realize. If you surround yourself with people who waste time, you will waste time. If you surround yourself with people who value every moment and use it wisely, you will naturally become more productive and successful. Choose your companions carefully because they are choosing your future for you. The fourth thing you must do is to stop overthinking and start learning by doing. Overthinking kills time faster than anything else. People spend months, even years, planning every detail, fearing mistakes, and waiting for perfection. And in doing so, they watch life pass by while the real world rewards those who take imperfect action, who experiment, who fail, and who adjust along the way. I experienced this firsthand when we first launched Alibaba's websites. It was full of errors. The interface was clunky and many features were incomplete. But instead of waiting for perfection, we launched, learned from our users, iterated quickly, and improved continuously. In doing so, we accelerated growth far beyond what months of additional planning could have achieved. I realized that experience is the greatest teacher, that mistakes are not enemies but stepping stones, and that the fastest way to make your time productive is to act, reflect, and improve repeatedly. Overthinking creates an illusion of progress. You feel like you're doing something because you're thinking hard and planning carefully, but thinking without action produces nothing. The market doesn't reward plans, it rewards execution. Your customers don't care about your strategy documents, they care about what you deliver. Stop analyzing every possible outcome and start testing your ideas in the real world. You will learn more from 1 week of action than from 1 year of planning. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the path to success. Every mistake teaches you something valuable that no amount of thinking could reveal. Finally, the fifth thing you must do is to know your purpose and align every action with it. Without a clear purpose, your time will be scattered across activities that give temporary pleasure but no long-term results. I always remind myself that my purpose was not to make money or gain fame, but to make it easier for small businesses in China to reach global markets. Every day, every decision I made was filtered through that lens, which meant saying no to thousands of distractions and yes only to actions that advance that mission. As a result, my time became highly valuable, productive, and meaningful. When you live with purpose, every moment, every hour, every choice aligns with something bigger than yourself, and this is what transforms ordinary time into extraordinary results. Purpose gives you a measuring stick for every decision. When an opportunity comes, you don't have to agonize over whether to pursue it. You simply ask, does this align with my purpose? If yes, you pursue it. If no, you decline immediately without guilt. Purpose eliminates confusion and brings clarity to how you spend your hours. Without purpose, you drift wherever the current takes you, responding to whatever seems urgent or appealing in the moment. With purpose, you navigate deliberately toward a specific destination. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It just needs to be clear and meaningful to you. It could be to provide a better life for your family, to master a particular skill, to build a business that solves a real problem, or to contribute to your community in a specific way. What matters is that you know what it is and that you use it as a filter for how you spend your time. Therefore, if you want to stop wasting your time, start today. Stop making excuses and take action now. Focus on what matters most to your goals. Choose your company wisely, surrounding yourself with people who elevate you. Learn by doing rather than overthinking, and live with clear purpose, aligning every choice with your mission. Because time is the one resource that is equal for everyone, rich or poor, young or old. If you waste it, you lose your life. But if you respect it, every second becomes an investment in your future. I promise you this mindset will change your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Success is not about intelligence, luck, or knowledge alone, but about how you manage your time, how you make decisions, and how you spend your hours. If you follow these 5 principles, you will achieve more in 1 year than most people achieve in a lifetime. Time itself will become your greatest ally, and nothing in the world can stop you when you master it. Your life is exactly how you spend your moments. When moments are used wisely, you create a life of impact, purpose, and fulfillment. No one can take your time from you. Every second is a chance to build your dream. If you act now, focus relentlessly, choose wisely, learn by doing, and live for your purpose, the results will be extraordinary. The journey will be remarkable, and your life will inspire others in ways you cannot yet imagine. Do not wait another day. Do not give another second to excuses, distractions, or meaningless activity. Time is your greatest asset, your only non-renewable resource. The way you spend it today defines everything you will become tomorrow.